Alright guys, so today my replacement laptop should be coming, but also I ordered a cage for my camera. Okay, so I love this camera. There's not a single thing I don't love about this camera, except for the way the screen kind of articulates, because you pull it up, you pull it out from the top, you pull it up from the bottom, and there's 3 brackets and allows it to flip over the top right here. That's why I can see myself. But the issue is when I put something like my Joby tripod on it, it kind of puts pressure against the screen, and it's probably not an issue, but it worries me, and I don't want to break my screen or my camera or have any of that stuff. And then also, when I use my gimbal, it vibrates sometimes, I think because I can't get it perfectly balanced because my camera doesn't weigh enough. So I did a bunch of research, and I believe with the lens on it, my camera weighs about 150 grams. And then I have a Manfrotto quick release plate. It's not a quick release plate, but it's a plate that came with the gimbal. And I think maybe combined between those two, it's like 250, 300 grams. And the minimum weight for my gimbal is supposed to be 500 grams. Now, people said that that's not an issue as long as you can balance it, but I can't get this perfectly balanced because it doesn't have enough weight to it. Now, I kind of can and compensate for that by having the lens out and the screen flipped up, but it's not optimal. And if I can reduce that vibrating, because you can't see it in videos, but I can feel it in the gimbal sometimes, and it's more sometimes than others, and it just worries me, and I don't want to fuck up my gimbal, you know, because they're kind of expensive. So I ordered a cage to not only give me more mounting points, because I'm about to get this Rode Wireless Go thing for this camera, because I'm going to be shooting weddings and stuff, and I'd like to clip one on to the people while they're staying their vows and stuff. But it gives me more mounting places, it'll add more weight, and it should hopefully reduce the pressure against my screen. So, ooh, that's pretty, I like that. That feels nice. That feels very, I'm sorry, I'm looking out the window because I'm trying to see when FedEx is coming because I have to sign for my thing. Okay, so this. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. So you have multiple mounting holes over here. I think these are 1/4 and these are like 1/2, 3/4, something like that. I don't know what the hell they are. Look at the top. Look at that. As a mounting shoe where I can put like my mic and stuff. I'll probably end up having to get something for over here, because if it's right here, it'll be blocking my camera and everything. Or I'll put it on the side here. On the side here, and I'd like to get some mounts over here that kind of hold the wires in place and everything. And then you see the bottom, so I'm hoping that maybe I can put my Joby thing over here, and then maybe the plate for my gimbal over here, you know, so I don't have to always remove my plate. Or maybe I'll put the plate over here and then the stabilizer one over here, but we'll figure it out. So let's get this installed in the camera and see how it goes. Alright, so I'm pretty pleased with that. It definitely adds a little bit of weight to it. Hopefully it's a substantial amount of weight to where I can actually still put, like I can still balance it, you know, hopefully. And then it should have enough room. I think theoretically it should have enough room to where I can still add the plate from my stabilizer onto it. And maybe not, because I'm not going to leave the stabilizer plate. It's way too large to just have on there all the time. But it'd be nice if I didn't have to take this plate off of there every single time I want to use it. So, oh yeah. Yeah, that's the perfect amount of room actually. That is so dope. So I may be able to keep this plate on here for my Joby tripod, and then add this on there as well. And then this plate being on there will add weight to it as well. I'll have to balance it a whole lot differently, and I'm probably going to toy around with that before I head out and everything, before I go and do anything. But that should definitely help out with the balancing issues I've been having, and allow like me to variate the way I have it balanced, right? Because it's this right now with the weight, because this camera's so light, I have this, a lot of the things on here pushed all the way one way, and that's barely just enough to kind of get it to that balanced state. So hopefully this should help a lot, because I can definitely feel the weight in my arm and everything, and I definitely feel a lot more protected with my camera like this, because the freaking screen and everything kind of pops out. So I'm still waiting for my laptop to arrive, but hopefully it's here soon. Alright, so unfortunately I'm having to do this for a second time. Alright, looks good to me. No dings or dents. Let's check. Looks good, looks good. So, the old one's actually right there. We're gonna get this connected. Oh, actually, you know what? I have to do something first. Shoot. Alright, now that that's all taken care of, I can finish up my videos and everything for them. I have one full 5-minute video of a Mustang to finish. Well, around 4 or 5 minutes to finish all editing all my edits and everything into it. I have a video to finish of the Tacoma that Chad worked on, but I only have like 3-4 more clips to add to that. I have one short 1-minute video to make of the Mustang for them to post on Instagram and Facebook to advertise for YouTube. And then today I should be going out to shoot a little for Chad and to shoot a bike for Matt and Chris at 360 Detail. So I'm going to get hopping on that. But one thing to note is this has the stickers. The other one did not have these stickers on it. You see, it didn't have those. It had these. It didn't have this. I can show you guys that. So I don't know if maybe they sent me a new one. Maybe this is like a floor model or something. And they sent me something that's practically new, but this is how I got it. There were none of those stickers here or any of that, so I don't know. Maybe I lucked out and they sent me a new one. Alright, so I just managed to finally wrap up the full Mustang Mach 1 video. It ended up being about 8 minutes. I was not expecting it to be that long, but there were so many clips. So one thing I need to do in the future is kind of cut down on the recordings. I don't need 50 clips of the same area and the same thing on the car, you know? So I need to get better about kind of picking and choosing which clips and what I need to record, and that'll make it a lot easier, because I'm sure there's a lot of good clips I skipped over doing it because there was like 1,100 clips. So it was a little tedious going through each one, but like 3-4 hours later, and we are finished with that. It's actually rendering out right now. And then I have a 1-minute video for them to make for Instagram. I have Chad's video done now as well. I just need to finish this 1-minute kind of short teaser type thing that they can post to Instagram and Facebook and link them to YouTube. And then we can kind of go from there. So I'm really happy to be done with it because it should have been done a week ago, but that's how it goes. So, Alright guys, so it's a completely another day. From when I actually unboxed the laptop. It's multiple days later. It's like a whole week later. But to kind of wrap up the video, the laptop has been great. I've also been a lot more careful with it because I don't know if maybe I dropped my bag, because the day that I went, the day that I took my laptop, the day that it ended up breaking, I took it because me and the guys at 360 Detail were going to sub their YouTube and everything. So I don't know if maybe without thinking about it, maybe I set it on the floor in my car wrong, or I set it down in a way that I shouldn't have. I don't know. There's so many variables in it. I don't really know what the issue really is. So I don't really know what caused it. all I'm going to really do is ask Victoria if she, when they get the laptop, can she let me know what was wrong with it? Because like I said, I looked. When I took it apart, I didn't mess with anything. I took the hard drive out, but I looked and I could not see anything that was disconnected. And Dakota looked at it as well, and Dakota knows computers. So we really don't quite know what was wrong with it, but all we know is that it would not power on. But the new one has been wonderful. It looks like I'm gonna have to change the thermal paste. It is having some heating. My first one didn't, but then again, I didn't get to play enough with it. I don't know, random things are like happening, and it's not the computer. Like, I was having issues with Adobe today when I was rendering out a video, while I was creating a video. And I think it's my mouse, actually. My mouse isn't like dragging. Like, I think the clicking mechanism in it, the clicking button receptor, whatever you want to call it, isn't working as well as it should. But besides that, it's all going pretty well, and I'm pretty excited, and I'm pretty happy with the new one, and I'm very thankful for them. Like I said, the new one has all the stickers and everything on it, so it must have been a very underused one, or just someone took care of it, because I don't like really taking the stickers off my stuff. Park, you going a little bit too far. So, but it's working great. It's rendering. Like I said, I finished all those videos up, obviously, because we ended up in Virginia, and I finished Friday's video. But everything is going really well. The laptop's great. It's working well. Making videos and things is going very well. I shot some beautiful pictures of this Denali the other day, and they should be posted on my Instagram and everything soon. But I don't know, I'm really enjoying photography. I'm really enjoying videography. I'm enjoying it all, you know. Like, it's a pretty, I'm having a great time. I'm really enjoying life. And then, like I'm not where I need to be, you know, but I'm enjoying the process to get there. Like, when I get to Georgia, I think I'll be very content when I get to Georgia. But then again, I always say that. Like, I'll say I'll be content with, I said that about this camera. I'd be content with this camera, and I wasn't content. I bought this gimbal. And I bought the gimbal. I said I'd be content, and then, but it just comes with life, you know. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me working hard. It keeps me excited for what's to come. But then also, I went back to shoot this. It's a $500,000. I think it may be worth more. It's probably worth more than that. But I went and shot pictures and videos for this $500,000 home, and Lord have mercy, it was beautiful. It was like on a slanted hill type thing, and all you can see is the top of it. So there's like no upstairs, but then there's a full downstairs, and it's just a beautiful home. And then it's like a 6-car garage with like a condo above it and everything. It's beautiful. But then, depending on when that house sells, or the house I've already recorded and shot pictures for sells, I'm going to be getting a new lens. So the new lens, because I was trying to decide between that and the drone. Now the drone is super cool, but there's only a few instances where it would be very useful, you know? Like, I'll throw it up in the air a couple of times to get overhead shots of the house, or to get overhead shots of a car or something, which is excellent, and it will be beautiful when I finally do get it. But the issue is, the drone I want, it's Mavic Air. It's going to be like $800 for the kit I want, and then on top of that, I need to get like a license or something, because I kind of want to be certified so I can fly it in like cities or things like that. So I need to figure out what I'm going to need there, and I know that's going to be more money. So the first step is I want to get the 10-18 Sony lens. Now, this lens I'm shooting on right now is 16mm right now. It's the lens I normally shoot on. It's a kit lens. It's not the best, but they're expensive as hell, and I can't really afford no more expensive ones right now. So originally I was going to go with the 18-105mm lens, but I think this lens has been great for everything I've shot with it. It's not the sharpest, and I'm really starting to realize that during videos and things. I really need to do something with it, and I need to buy a new one. So I think I'm gonna go with the 10x18, because a 10mm in this APS-C lens, because this isn't a full size. If it was full size, you'd see more. You'd see way more. But this lens is equivalent to like a 24mm, I believe, on a full no crop lens. Let's say it that way, a full size lens. So if I get the 10-18, that'll be equivalent to a 15mm, at least the way I understand it. So say it's a 10 millimeter on this camera, it'll be like a 15 millimeter on a full size sensor. At least that's the way I kind of understood it. So that 10 millimeter will be really nice when I'm vlogging, because it'll be like I'm all the way out here. Like you'll see that much regularly, and I can't hold it like that because the camera with the cage on it kind of heavy. Kind of heavy. So that would be like all the way out here almost, you know, and that looks a whole lot better than just, you know, up in my face, you know. So you can see the whole 9 yards. But I'm really excited for it, and that'll really help with my photography when I'm shooting homes and things and getting rooms, because this lens isn't quite cutting it. It's not quite wide enough, unfortunately. And that's about it. So I think next on my list for my videography and photography, 10-18 lens, then the drone, and then I'm gonna start stocking up on like the 18-105 lens. There's a 24-70 millimeter lens I wanted, and I want like some of the Sigmas. Matt got like a 30 millimeter, I think, and I really want something like that with it because it has like a 1.8 aperture, so it blurs everything behind you, you know. Like everything's kind of blurred right here, but I have to open up the aperture quite a bit because it's bright out. But I think if I could, that 10 millimeter is just going to be so wide, you know, just imagine that. Normally, that's what it is. So I'm really excited for it, and I'm hyped for it. And, you know, it's just that I love videography, I love photography, I love the fact that there's not really liability. I can't really break anybody else's stuff. I can break my own stuff. But the main issue that I'm having is equipment's expensive, so I just gotta kind of take it in pace, save towards things, and put money away. And I've been putting money away for a drone, so hopefully sooner or later I'll be able to get that. I'm hoping within the next 2 months. That's my goal. The end of this month, my goal is to get that 10x18 lens. Then the next month, my goal is to be able to get the drone. I want the Mavic Air. It'll shoot 4K. It'll shoot 1080, 120 FPS. It's a really nice, I've been watching a lot of videos on it, and that's the one. I originally was gonna go with the Mavic Mini, but I don't like the fact it doesn't shoot 4K. And sooner or later, 4K is going to become the standard, and I kind of want to future-proof a lot of things that I own. So, all right, guys, that's about it. So, I'm gonna get my butt back inside, go eat some baked potatoes, and go from there, guys. So thank you for watching the video. I truly appreciate it. If you like it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and share with your friends. The main thing is sharing and commenting. Commenting gets me higher up on the list, and maybe you can get me discovered. Views aren't really as important as you'd like to think they are. It's mainly about like the comments and likes and things like that. So if you could share with your friends, I'd truly appreciate it. And I'm going to break my fear of vlogging in public, because I'm vlogging kind of in public, like in the back of my house, but there's a post office right there. So I'm gonna get better at this. I'm gonna work at it, y'all. So thank you guys very much. I'll see you later. Peace out, homies.